fifth, number 21, Chelsea Oak. Batting sixth, number 9, Hannah Oak. Batting seventh, number 8, Kaylee McIntyre. Batting eighth, number 32, Riley Easton. And batting ninth, number 18, Natalie Clemens. No, Canada, play ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to game number 2 of the gold medal match here for the 2023 Women's Softball Provincial Championships hosted by Humber College. Zach Benoit alongside Mr. Matt Hamill. And Matt, we saw a phenomenal first game by the St. Clair Saints. The offense really exploded for them. Well, let's see, are they going to be able to do it 2 games in a row?
Well, the key for St. Clair here in both victories, I mean, you talk about that 11-run performance against Humber in the first game, 11-0 the final there, and then putting up even more runs in that last game against Durham. Zach, both games for St. Clair featured high-powered starts. They got off the ground sprinting, getting big runs early in the game. Do we see St. Clair do that once again? Excited to see St. Clair up to bat first once again. Can they get the offense firing? That's been their key so far today. And we'll be seeing Shaylin Murphy getting it going, and pitching will be Emily Glendinning.
And you talk about the high-octane offense that St. Clair has shown. Well, again, it's come from their top 4 batters, really that 4-headed monster at the top of their order. Shaylin Murphy, Sierra Balzer, Amy Clayton, and Brianna Kressler. They've been doing damage all year long, and they'll look to try to do it one more time. This is the final softball game of the 2023 OCAA season. And it's between the 2 teams that faced off for the gold medal at the national level in British Columbia only a few weeks ago. First pitch, skied. Third base takes it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Big grab there, and you know, that's a routine snag, but with winds blowing like they are today, sometimes that can get caught up in that breeze. But good job by Durham to try to extinguish the early game offense of St. Clair with a quick first out. We'll see if they can continue with Balzer at the plate.
And Sierra Balzer, phenomenal regular season. We mentioned it already, the stats. We talked about how well she's hitting. Slugging percentage over 1,000, only player in the OCAA to have that. Got the bat going against Humber, but couldn't get it going so far against Durham. Pops it up again. Jessica Green calling everybody off. So it's going to be 2 quick pop-outs to the third base.
Green makes her second grab. Very quickly.
Amy Clayton stepping up here, and partner, she's had a dominant postseason.
Yeah, she's been hitting home runs like they're going out of style. None bigger than when that came last game, helping to punch her team's way into this decisive gold medal game. Winner takes home provincial gold. St. Clair looking to make it back-to-back provincial golds.
Cut at a high riser there, and they're going to have to go through one of the best pitchers in the OCAA in her final season, Emily Glendinning. She shut down St. Clair in that winner's final, looking to try to do that again. This pitch low and away, missing.
Glendinning is the pitcher who got the lion's share of the work. Her and Salter were kind of 1 and 2 in terms of how much they were relied on.
Big fly to center field, and do it once more. Amy Clayton goes dead center. Another home run in this postseason run, and she's been dominant.
Boy, and right when it looked like Durham was tightening up defensively, they got the first 2 outs so quickly. Clayton takes it yard, and what a counter punch in this brawl between these 2 teams.
And it comes to a point now where every time Clayton comes up to the bat, up to plate, you might just think of intentionally walking her with how well she has hit. This is starting to get a little bit absurd, partner.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a couple that have gone the distance, but have either just landed foul. popped up a couple that have gone very close to home run territory, but 3 dingers on the day, if my math is correct, for number 55, Amy Clayton.
Kressler pops this one, and looks like it'll go out of play just behind the St. Clair dugout.
Clayton, one of several players here, Zach, in their 5th year, which this game we're watching right now, their final OCAA contest as athletes. You know, a lot of these players tend to stick around and get involved in the coaching side.
Kressler grounds that one, and it'll be 3rd out of the inning, but not before, again, Amy Clayton strikes. And like you were saying, Clayton, one of those players in her final game of her post-secondary softball career. And again, here, look at this pitch, just clobbers it, and she has been dominant. What a way to go out if you are. I mean, on your own terms, hitting absolute dingers.
Big shot, and like we said, it was a good start in the inning for Durham. Now, with that being said, allowing the home run, that is an improvement. Last game, after 1 inning, St. Clair was up 3-0. After 2 innings, they added 6 more, and we're up 9-0. So to just surrender the single run, that is an improvement. How does Durham look? They took a little while to get humming offensively.
And this is kind of similar to the last game, the first game these two had in this provincial tournament. It was the same thing. St. Clair, they scored first, but then it was Durham that kind of came back and, you know, they got their offense rolling right on after.
Zach, here today, St. Clair has scored 28 runs, but all that doesn't really carry over into this game. So can St. Clair finish strong? Now, we talked about they maybe had an advantage last game coming in off that win against Humber. They take on Durham in game 1, and they're warmed up, right? And they looked like they were the warmer team, and they came in and they exploded on Durham, getting up to a 9-0 win. But now both teams have played a game here, at least one game. Both are warmed up, ready to go, and maybe the exhaustion starts to become a factor for St. Clair. Their 3rd game today, a marathon of softball for this team from Windsor. Durham here in their 2nd game of the day.
And again, how we got to this point is it's very different than what St. Clair is used to. Usually over the past 2 years, they've just dominated their opponents, really just not allowing anybody to breathe. They win everything, it felt like. Again, they had a 43 consecutive game win streak. And, you know, for the first time, they had to enter through the loser side of the bracket.
Gracie Hearns, the player of the year in the OCAA, at the plate rather.
Gonna push a bunt down, and it drops foul. Close one right there. You can see Brianna Kressler telling her catcher Ventura, let that one go. Don't risk it, because it looked like it bounced off the line, and then Ventura picked it up.
Called foul. 0-2 count.
Popped up. Murphy calling everybody off. She'll make the catch.
Number 23, Jessica Green.
Jessica Green back in the lineup. She left the game beforehand, got hit right on, I believe it was her the backside of her right hand. And Kressler will start her off with a fastball. Or excuse me, an off speed on the inner half. Strike 1. Goes around in that riser.
There's the strike call.
Popped up and out of play foul. And partner, we really saw Brianna Kressler working quick in the first 2 games. Oh, she's doing the same here. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off once again. Putting up a good fight here is Green.
Durham surrendering the solo home run shot in the top of the inning. Can they respond with a bit of offense here in this gold medal game? Already trailing to St. Clair.
Big swing for strike 3. I mean, Kressler is rolling right now. She's been pitching on the mound all day long. One more look at her right here. Looks like a nice off-speed outside half. Jocelyn Shelton, she homered in the last game. And she made a nice grab in center field, we saw. Robin Brianna Kressler of a home run. Pulls it to the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone, but no, just going foul. Nice read on it, though. Out there, I believe that's Julia Brusso.
Yeah, that thing had some good distance on it. And again, maybe the wind not helping out on that big pop out into left field. That's the way the wind is blowing, kind of steering balls foul if you hit them down that third baseline. And it is a good wind, as we've mentioned today.
Shelton staying alive there. Barton dancing to the Durham Lords chants there.
I'm a big fan of Durham's songs from the dugout.
Off-speed pitch, gets her swinging, fired up off the mound is Brianna Kressler. After one, the Saints have the lead.
Kressler is just, the way she's been pitching all day long, kind of like RoboCop, just does not seem to need any kind of break or rest, and Kressler continues to put her team in a good position, closing out that first inning with the Saints up by 1. It's a beautiful pitch there.
And you kept mentioning the factor of St. Clair getting warm. You know, they played a lot of games today. They've had a chance to finally get their footing underneath them. Could that be a big factor here in game number 2, especially with their bats?
The wind continues to blow out of the northwest, driving some of that cold Arctic air into Connorvale. Temperature has dropped down to 11 degrees. You might get down to about 10 or 9 by the end of the game, Zach, as we're getting into the evening kind of softball hours here. Not sure if we're going to need the lights on, but we will be losing daylight here as Ashley Ventura here to get the party started in inning number 2.
Out of Fergus, Ontario, first-year player. Was on the all-rookie team. Big swing at the first pitch there for strike 1. Watches that high one go by, and again, St. Clair's bench. I think that's another big factor in why they've kind of heated up here later in the days.
Ventura by way of Fergus, Ontario, at the plate, looking to keep the offense going for St. Clair.
Pops this one up, skies it. McIntyre gets it, makes a nice catch, and she secures it. Again, had a little bit of that half step. We saw her drop one in the first game of the gold medal match. That time she secures it. And again, the wind playing a huge factor in everything here, partner.
Oh, major, in a big, big way.
Won't lie, these OCAA sweaters they gave us, I'm using it as a blanket right now, and it's helping a lot.
The blankets are a hot commodity here at Connorvale Park. Here we are in late October. But Zach, it's just so much intensity, and it's all boiling down to this contest right here. St. Clair forcing the final decisive gold medal game. St. Clair continue their runaway offense. Like I mentioned, they scored 28 runs today in just 2 games.
Big cut there by Peterson. And that's just been the offense as a whole, really, for St. Clair all season long, having big numbers like that put up in single days. Popped up, foul. Staying alive, popped up. We'll go out of play, so we'll do it again. I always tend to forget how cold days can get when you're, trapped inside. And then when you go out, prepare. Oh man, let me tell you, it gets chilly.
We've seen some of these athletes, hit by pitch, and it just hit by the pitches. It hurts so much more in a day like this. But earlier in the game, we did see a player like Jessica Green catch a ball in the hand, had to leave the game. We see her back here in this game. That's good news. But, the athletes are suffering through the cold, and everybody in the stands there all blanketed up. Also fighting through it here.
Not sure how, but Emily Glendenning ended up with 3 softballs in her hand. Not quite sure how that happened, but hey,
And
she got the sour keys.
Here we go.
Don't bring up the sour keys again. No.
Full count.
Pop fly hit to center field. Shelton calling everybody off, and she'll make the grab.
Out number 2. Jocelyn Shelton getting it done on both sides. She homered in the first game between these two teams earlier today.
Another player who had a good first game, Julia Brusso. Check swings that, and they're going to sure appeal down to first. Saying she didn't go around. Held him back was Brusso.
1-0 count.
Ground ball hit up the middle. Glendenning grabs it. Just toss it over to first.
Underhand.
She's a pitcher, so used to throwing that way. Why not just do it again?
Why not? Zip it in there. Worked to keep St. Clair off the board. Zach, contrast this after 2 innings of offense last game, St. Clair put up 9 runs. 1-0 is our score. So even though the Saints are still in the lead, things trending in a very positive direction for Durham as they look to revenge their loss just a game ago. All or nothing here on the line. Will St. Clair repeat, capture 2 straight OCAA championships? Or does Durham retake the crown? They captured silver last year, but gold the year before that. And now Kressler will take the mound for the Saints, looking to keep the lead in the favor of her team. But Durham has certainly had their share of offense. We had the 2 home runs last game. Gracie Hearns and Jocelyn Shelton helping to drive home those big shots just 1 game ago. But Zach, it's going to be Sydney Reddick leading off for the Lords. She did some pitching work for them last game. Did an excellent job coming in relief, but it's just tough when the ball was really rolling for St. Clair and ultimately putting up 17 runs.
Yeah, looked really good on the mound. And she'll try to bounce back here on the bat this time. Tick behind that riser. Watches a low one inside, call the ball. Kressler, we've seen her have those facial expressions all day, not agreeing with that call to her extent. way out in front of that. Going around is Reddick. And the dangerous thing about Brianna Kressler, don't let her get into her rhythm. Once she does pitching-wise, it's scary.
Little timeout in the action here. Stepping back into the box is Reddick.
Ground ball hit right back to Kressler. She'll go. Underhand toss over to first in time.
And St. Clair will gather for a celebratory huddle, and then they signify 1 out remains. Or that was their first out, rather.
The one half of the Oak twins, Chelsea Oak, steps up. And first pitch swinging ground ball, and well, she'll be retired.
Brings up the other Oak sister.
So swinging early and often here is this Durham Lords team, and you said it, the other Oak sister now, 3rd year out of Brooklyn, Ontario, Hannah Oak.
So not quite twins, but they're very similar in just how much they both contribute here in this batting order to this Durham team.
That one hit to left field. Hannah Oak turning, and just like her sister, she'll swing at the first pitch, but this time she'll reach. So a little bit of possible trouble stirring up here for the Durham Lords, trying to get some offense generated off of Brianna Kressler.
Kaylee McIntyre, or AKA K-Mac.
McIntyre watched that first one go by, and she'll try to get back on the bat. She got taken out of the game early last game. Big cut there, just missing. McIntyre, big cut again. The riser fools her. Watched, looking, and again off the mound, fired up. Brianna Kressler gets another strikeout to end the inning, her 3rd in 2 innings of work.
Yeah, she says, let's go. And the pitcher for the Saints really helping to keep them in the driver's seat, up by 1 after 2 innings of play. The OCAA softball season comes to a close here today, and Humber hosting this tournament, and weather has not really been on our side, as it often is not on the fall side of the season here. And showers and big part of yesterday's action didn't stop Durham from picking up a win against St. Clair. But here entering the championship day, the showers have held off, but the cold wind has really taken center stage. St. Clair has been unfazed, it appears, after a big win against Humber to start off the action here on our Saturday. Then it was St. Clair keeping the ball rolling against Durham in last game. A big, decisive 17-3 victory there.
Yeah, you said it.
You can wipe it all away because it all comes down to this. Early home run shot from Amy Clayton gives us a 1-0 lead, and Clayton able to get that home run off of Emily Glendenning. But Emily has looked rock solid on the mound. I think we're going to have a close contest here today.
Yeah, most likely. And why not? Why not end out the season with probably the best pitching matchup we could see? Bring up Jacqueline Uchin, 4th-year player out of Windsor. And she homered and took home player of the game honors in that first game of the gold medal match. Had to put a good swing on the ball in her first plate appearance and really hammered it to left field. Solid defender over at first for St. Clair. Big cut right there. 1-1. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, she was also one of the players that was handed one of those flowers by Humber honoring senior players playing on the side of St. Clair. So if it is her final year, a textbook story for her. Watch that one go by, but she's ahead in the count here, 3-1.
These teams have squared off multiple times over the course of the year and multiple times here at the provincial tournament. They've all been very close, except for that last game.
Popped up to the backstop and out of play.
Last game being that big blowout win in favor of St. Clair. But, you know, going right back, the first time these two teams met on September 23rd, the St. Clair Saints picked up a 6-2 win. They next played a doubleheader on September 30th. The Lords won both of those games.
Ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Glendenning, but picked up by Easton. Nice play, making the grab and the out.
St. Clair later beat Durham on October 8th, 9-2. Pretty good margin of victory there, and that was their...
I believe that was out there in British Columbia for the Nationals. I believe so, yep.
Partner. Out there in the CCSA National Championship. Then they would meet again here on a Friday matchup yesterday, a 7-4 loss for St. Clair. And then we all saw that big victory for the Saints just an hour ago. Back and forth. Kind of like a boxing match, these two heavyweight teams trading blows all season long. Who gets the last laugh?
Just missing there. You can see a lot of players on the side of Durham thought that ball hit that corner. Next pitch, catch and zone. Two and two count. LaFleur holding back, and the unsung hero, I'd want to say, and a player that I think has played the most important role this tournament has been Judy LaFleur. Pops this one over to the fence. Collide and bodies. Green can't make the grab. Close, though. Basically in the dugout entranceway. But yeah, again, Judy LaFleur really out of that number 9 spot. Yeah. It's so important when you look at what she's been able to do, kind of flipping the order over. Always having a runner on base for Jalen Murphy. It's huge.
She's been able to work her way on base, and of course, like you said, flip that order over, and then you have those killers at the top of the order that are just producing offense for St. Clair. Today especially. Great throw over to get the out. Fantastic work off the shot up that third baseline.
Yeah, and the left side of the infield has been very active for the Durham Lords in these two games. Jessica Green yesterday made a line drive catch. And then Easton, she has been very active at shortstop, making a couple nice grabs in the hole. First pitch to Murphy here inside. She popped out to Green her last time up.
Head coach Doug Wiseman's gotta like what he's seen out of his Saints so far today. And for the Lords, head coach Jamie Baker has seen his team fight back. Hit
to right center field. Nobody's gonna be able to get there. It's gonna be extra bases for Murphy. She's turning on the Jets and in there standing at second. So a 2-out double for the Saints leadoff batter, and then I'll bring up Sierra Baltzer.
Sierra Showtime Baltzer. Outstanding play here in the tournament all season long. A big part of why this St. Clair team has led the province in offensive production. No team in the province with more runs on the season than this Saints team.
Deal down to third. She did not go around, so she'll be ahead in the count here, 1-0. And you said it best. She's played well all season long.
She had the most home runs in the OCAA, tied only with her teammate, Brianna Kressler.
Hits this one down the left field side, but foul. Nice shot by our camera crew right here.
Getting right up and close. Top of the action.
So behind here, 1-2 is Baltzer. Here's the pitch from Glendenning. Line shot right up the middle, base hit. Murphy's getting the wave on home. Throw not going to be in time. The cutoff goes wide. Baltzer takes advantage of it and runs to second. So it's a 2-out RBI for the Saints center fielder.
Tack on another run as this St. Clair team has continued to roll along here. And look out, Amy Clayton. Home run earlier in this game, a solo shot. And Zach, you mentioned, does it make any sense to let number 55 get a good swing, or you just walk this young lady in a 2-out situation?
You know, thought they might intentionally walk her, but no, they're electing to pitch to her. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Clayton has been dominant, and she does it once again. Deep to left field. That is way gone.
See ya later. That thing was sky high. Oh my goodness, we talked about it.
And then looking at that one, we've seen one home run go over that metal monster. That's the second time in 3 years a home run has gone over. Amy Clayton got every stitch of that softball. The Saints, well, they're rolling.
You gotta love that exhibition of hitting. It's been an all-day thing. Zach, we wondered, I mean, in that situation, would you just walk number 55? But she says, okay, if you're going to give me something to swing at, I'm going to hit it further than I've hit it all day long. And that's really saying something for a young lady who's now hit her third home run on this chilly autumn Saturday.
And I'm going to let you folks at home know that fence behind the outfield wall, that's measured at 235 feet. Clayton cleared the metal fence, so she almost, I'd assume she hit it about 300 feet. If you're want to do the math there at home, but wow, what a hit by Amy Clayton. I mean, if you're looking at a tournament MVP, I don't think you look any farther than number 55. Kressler pops this one up on the first pitch, out of play.
And that thing coming right down into the front row behind home plate there. Luckily, fans able to get out of the way. But holy Toledo, this game is back wide open in favor of the Saints.
Hit by Kressler to right field, shallow and dropping. Gets away from Kressler using her speed on her way to second. And she's fired up at second base. Another 2-out hit.
This is what we've seen from St. Clair. The offense gets rolling and it explodes on you. And here we are in the third inning. And thus far, you give Durham credit. They've tried to minimize that offensive output, but here in the third, here come the Saints.
First pitch to Ventura in there for strike one, and yeah, again, this top half of the order, there's 4 RBIs already recorded. Ventura gets a hold of one, hits it to center field, but it's gonna die up there just at the warning track. The side is finally retired, but not after Amy Clayton hits a mammoth of a shot over that metal monster there in left field.
What a big part of St. Clair's success.
So 3 RBIs in the game for Amy Clayton, and I think it's about like 7 on the day for her, including the home run she hit in the last game.
Let's take another look at Clayton. We thought maybe after that first ball we could just see her just be walked, but
yeah,
see you later.
She knew off the bat. You can see right here. She hits it, turns to the bench, screams, "Let's go!" And yeah, that ball was gone off the bat.
That is sick. No doubter. Let's go. AC. Come on now. You love to see it. I mean, just a leader on this team right now. And how fired up are those Saints?
Yeah, I mentioned it. The only player to ever hit a home run over that fence, well, it was Humber alum Haley Pasma. Well, Pasma has some company now in Amy Clayton, with who've hit monster shots here at Connorvale Park.
Well, Zach, Durham down by 4 right now. Not an insurmountable deficit, but the same complexion of every game we've seen so far today. St. Clair gets in the driver's seat, and thus far, they have not relinquished it. Durham looking to turn the tide. They're going to be leading on their leadoff hitter, Riley Easton.
Yeah, and if there's any time for Durham to try to strike across any offense, it's in this inning. You can't go quietly. If you want to win that gold medal against the defending champions, you gotta answer back now. Riley Easton watches the first pitch go by high for a ball. Second pitch here. Gets her around chasing, and credit Kressler. She's had that off-speed working all day long. Called strike at the knees.
Discussion with coach, some sage words, and Durham in the hole right now. They could really use a spark after that massive home run in the earlier part of this inning.
Way out ahead of that one for strike 3. Kressler has that off-speed working today.
One more look, Zach. The pitch came in here from Kressler, and big swing, and Kressler's fired up.
Understandably so.
That's kind of been her MO. It's just intensity, and she's had a lot to be fired up about. Her pitching has been dynamite.
Yeah, she's really held opponents really to nothing. Second pitch in there for a strike. So quickly ahead, 0-2. Watching that one go by for strike 3. And I mean, what else can you say? Dominating performance right now on the mound by 13.
And Zach, you know, if we keep going this way for St. Clair, you know, you could have that sort of internal debate, you know, you maybe giving that MVP honor to Clayton with all those home runs, or do you give the nod to Kressler? I mean, you could say perhaps a toss-up. 2 players for the Saints that have been so major on this championship Saturday.
And really the two veterans showing up big when needed. Both players are in their 5th and final year of eligibility.
But I know you're a baseball guy. You were big into the hitting as part of your game. I know you're probably going to lean towards Clayton with these big home run shots as being that player that's been truly the difference maker here today.
Hearns watches that go by high, and well, back in my day when I played partner, I was actually a pitcher. So I know. But I respect the power game, and I think with where the Saints are right now, I think really Amy Clayton, there's no question of the impact she's had. Base hit right there for Gracie Hearns on the right side. So can this Durham Lords offense get anything going?
They'll look to the first-year player by way of Connecticut.
Check swing hit to the pitcher. Kressler makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Coming off the mound, she made a sensational grab in the national tournament, diving off the mound. That time, made sure she didn't need to.
Well, almost a bit of a collision there between her and her catcher, but they share a chuckle as Kressler ultimately comes down with the grab. And boy, oh boy, Kressler and Clayton, two players who have just been leading the way. Kressler on the defensive end, although she has been contributing with the bat as well. But now it's St. Clair back on offense. They are up by 4. Can they pour on a few more tallies here? Judging on the offensive output we've seen from the Saints, I would imagine they have a bit more left in them today. But Zach, at this point in the game, not out of reach. Durham is still within striking distance. 4-run game. Granted, St. Clair has looked like they've had the juice today. They have had the mojo. They've had it flowing. But it's Durham's going to need to keep the Saints quiet and drum up some offense of their own. See if they can get it done defensively.
Yeah, and it kind of comes down to, well, what are you going to do when it comes to the top 4 batters? Because everyone else in the lineup, the bottom half of this order, hasn't done anything against Emily Glendenning. I mean, looking at it, 6 at-bats, this is about to be the 7th. None of them have recorded a hit yet. Everything has come from the top 4.
Zach, I did not mean to misidentify you as a hitter. Of course, the pitching prowess of my broadcast partner.
I had my shining moments back in the day before my elbow went. Ground ball to Glendenning, throwing a first is going to be in time.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your elbow, but I'm glad it steered you towards the broadcast booth.
Yeah, went to another side of the sports. Figured if I can't play, might as well talk about it.
Well, let's talk about St. Clair back on the offensive end here. Julia Brousseau, 7th in the batting order.
Pulls this one down for a base hit. Wasted no time there was Brousseau. And again, like I mentioned, that's the first base hit from the bottom, I want to say 5 batters in this lineup. That's the first base hit that they've had.
Uchin, the player of the game in the last matchup of these two teams earlier this afternoon. Glendenning says, I don't like this ball up.
Like you said, Jacqueline Uchin back up to the dish, had that player of the game honor in the first gold medal match. Watches that one go by for strike 1. quickly in the hole. 0-2, wasting no time is Emily Glendenning.
Great strike thrown there.
Popped up and out of play. A lot of noise coming over from the St. Clair dugout. I'm pretty sure they're smacking the roof over there.
They're finding new ways to make noise. I mean, they have a lot to be excited
Gotta credit.
about.
I mean, hey, gotta credit them. Gotta use your elements. Pitch going by Uchin there for a ball. Chases the riser for strike 3.
Judy Lafleur, who we said time and time again, has been playing such a key role for St. Clair, keeping the offensive possessions alive.
Yeah, again, just does a phenomenal job flipping the order, and having a number 9 hitter that can just do that kind of job, it's just so important. Talk about big number 9 hitters in baseball. Look at Kevin Kiermaier for the Blue Jays. Lafleur chases that one, though, so she falls behind here 0-2. Missing high, ball 1. She goes around there, so unable to flip the order this time. Glendenning gets out of any trouble and leaves the leadoff batter, Shaylin Murphy, on deck.
Durham pretty fired up after that inning of work, keeping St. Clair scoreless in that particular inning. Good to have that energy, that excitement, but can Durham translate it into some runs here? They're scoreless. Here today against St. Clair, Zach, when you combine both games, the Saints have outscored the Lords 21-3. This game 4-0. But just remarkable offense from St. Clair today, Zach. 11 runs in the first game, 17 in the second game, and a good start here with 4 thanks to a big home run shot from Emily Clayton. Emily Clayton, the 5th-year player in her last OCAA softball game. Amy Clayton, sorry, by way of Cambridge.
Yeah, and she'll be due up 3rd next inning. So again, we'll like to see if they just decide to say, hey, we'll give you the free pass because you've hit everything today. Ground ball hit to Murphy at short. Grabs on a hop and strong throw over to first. And again, Shaylin Murphy has just been so sound at shortstop all tournament long. At the knees here, so 1-1 count here to Sydney Reddick. Big cut at an off speed there. So 1-2 count here against Sydney Reddick. Not biting at that one. Another good off speed from the lower half. Way out in front of that one. And I mean, the strikeouts are just getting racked up right now for Brianna Kressler.
Yeah, zip it up and zip it out. Kressler continues to dominate on the mound. That brings up Chelsea Oak.
6 strikeouts through 3 2/3. Missing at the knees there, ball 1.
Kressler can continue this type of pitching, you know, maybe St. Clair doesn't need to put up double-digit runs like they've done every game so far today. We'll see how things shake out.
Second pitch called strike 1. You see how quickly Kressler is already ready to throw the pitch. She is in a groove right now. Another off speed has Chelsea Oak way out in front of it. So we've seen her go to the well twice. Does she go one more time with that off speed, or does she come back with a riser? She gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Line foul, looked like a riser. One-two count here to Chelsea Oak. Another off speed. Again, it's working right now, so why not keep going to it?
Durham hoping to get on the board in this inning. They've already suffered 2 outs. Can they get the ball rolling here late in the 4th?
Riser gets her swinging. 7th strikeout of the day.
That is a mean performance on the mound and a little kick for good measure on the way to the dugout for number 13. Here's that final strikeout from Brianna Kressler, as she has just looked so in charge here in this gold medal game.
And we'll be back to the top of the order. Shaylin Murphy, Sierra Balter, and Amy Clayton. The 3 due up here, and I don't know what to tell Emily Glendenning right now of how to face the top of the order, because it just seems like they can't get out.
Well, no pitcher here today, and really for the lion's share of the season, have been able to find answers against this part of St. Clair's batting order. But today in particular, when it matters most, gold medal day, they have been on fire. Shaylin Murphy will here to get the party started.
One for 2 on the day so far. Singled in her last time up, or excuse me, doubled her last time up, and later came around to score on the big 3-run shot from Amy Clayton. Watches this one on the inner half for a ball. Gets this one to center field. Going back there, Shelton, and she'll make the catch. So 1 up, 1 down.
Good start for Glendenning.
Now bring up Sierra Baltzer. 1 for 2 as well in the day. RBI single her last time up. We saw some frustrations earlier on in the day, but got that RBI single last time. Ground ball pulled to third and foul. riser going a little bit too high won't get her to bite. So ahead in the count here, 2-1. Big cut. Another high riser, just a little bit underneath it. So evened up 2-2 here against Bolzer. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul.
This would be such a big confidence builder for Durham if they could take on this challenging part of the batting order and keep them off the board.
Not chasing that. Good at bat here by the Saints center fielder. Full count. Trying to get on in front of the big bopper, Amy Clayton. Here comes full count pitch. Skied, but right to the shortstop, Easton. She'll be there to make the grab. And now the question comes, do you intentionally walk Clayton, or do you let her face Glendenning for the third straight time?
We have a discussion on the mound right now.
And I believe they're going to intentionally walk her, and I think that's the right call.
And she'll head over to first. She's proven that this is not the lady you want to give a shot at today. Clayton hit 4 home runs all season. Zach, she's hit 3 here today.
Yeah,
come on.
3 here, 4 total in the tournament. Or excuse me, in the provincial championship. And Kressler gets a hold of this. Deep left field. See you later. They walk Clayton to get to Kressler, and she makes them pay for it. 2-run shot for number 13.
My goodness, and we talked about her performance pitching. Now, come on. You have the conversation in the background here of who's the championship MVP, and, you know, Amy Clayton was certainly the forerunner, but now the pitcher with a home run shot of her own. My goodness, number 13 is a bad lady. And now a discussion on the mound for the Durham Lords.
And again, I'll reiterate the point. 2 more RBIs to the top 4 hitters in this St. Clair lineup. And
my gosh,
I don't know what you can do to try to counteract this. It's nearly impossible.
6-0 is our score, and looks like perhaps
I believe a pitching change.
By the looks of it, Hannah Oak will be taking over. Pardon me.
Yeah, Hannah Oak will indeed be taking over the pitching duties, and that'll end the day for Emily Glendenning. But yeah, I mean, just what can you do? This top 4 has been so dominant, and really why they've been so strong all year long. Emily Glendenning, the 5th-year player, walking off for final time. Stellar season. It was a .57 or .53 ERA.
Yeah, Glendenning, a great player. We've been saying her name on the broadcast for years now. And after that shot, it's Hannah Oak in the mix. 6-0 is our score. Things continue to go the way of the Saints. Zach, you know, some days it just feels like a team is firing on all cylinders, and oftentimes you can have a certain player who's just having that day, who woke up on the right side of the bed, and today it's just collectively this St. Clair team, between the pitching from Kressler, between the hitting from a number of players, it's just all been there, and it is perhaps an insurmountable foe, but Durham down by 6. A bit of time to work with here. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and it's when you look at the lineup construction, you got to tip your cap to head coach Doug Wiseman. You know, he sees he has 4 elite hitters and just says, you know what? If you're going to face my team, you're going to face them all back to back to back to back. Doesn't make it easier at all for opponents to try to construct a pitching plan, because you walk one, you're facing another one. Again, 136 RBIs by 4 players in the regular season for St. Clair. And Oak freshly into the game, already ahead of the count now, evened up here against Ashley Ventura. Popped out and flown out so far today is Ventura. Not biting there, so first pitch was a strike and then 3 straight balls here for Hannah Oak. She tries to get Ashley Ventura out and retire the side, not allowing any more damage. Again, 2 more runs cross here for St. Clair, up 6-0. Low inside and ball 4.
Olivia Peterson batting for the Saints. Jack, it's been a tough inning for Durham to get out of here. And that 2-run home run shot by Kressler kind of just gives like the stake in the heart. I mean, yeah. Wonder if Durham can scrape together the comeback effort.
Well, it's going to have to start now. If they do, the bottom half of the 5th, they got to get their bats going. They can't let it all happen for the 7th.
Kind of just have that vibe, though. Is St. Clair just undeniable today in their quest to go back-to-back as provincial champions?
Big swing there. Pops out. Ground ball pulled foul.
Turning the lights on here at Connorvale Park as it's almost getting to that time. Sun pretty low on the horizon.
Don't remind me. Been a very chilly one, to say the least, here in this championship Saturday. Ball hit. Gracie Hearns makes the catch, and the side is finally retired, but again, this top 4 of St. Clair, they strike again. They walk.
Yeah.
They walk Amy Clayton because of how she's been bopping it. And then Brianna Kressler says, don't forget about me. Hits that to deep center field.
It has been a home run party for the Saints. They just keep coming. The most exciting play in softball has certainly reared its head many, many times here today. Here's a good angle, Zach, of
let's see the celly.
The celly.
Let's see the celly.
Let's get that chain on the face
Put
of
it
the
on,
right
face
way.
of the right way. Oh,
it's
come
easier
on.
said than done sometimes.
Let's see the celly.
Kressler
It's
staring
too
down the camera, too.
Can you read her lips there, partner? You read her lips what she was saying? It's too easy.
Too easy.
It's too easy. That's a lethal animal I don't want to ever have to face. Wow, Brianna Kressler not caring whatsoever.
I love to see it.
Shout out to the HSN broadcast team. They're getting the shots like that. Our last outdoor broadcast here, partner.
That's right. It is time to bring the production inside of the gymnasium for OCAA volleyball and basketball. I think the fans here are pretty stoked on the action they've seen, but I think we're all collectively ready to head indoors here in Canada. It's almost time where we're going to be talking about snowfall and frosty mornings.
Don't
Zach,
remind
if you
me.
think today is
Don't
cold, we
remind
actually
me.
have single-digit temperatures moving in for tomorrow. And Sunday night into Monday, we could have some frosty field. So
thank you for letting me know not to go outside. Appreciate that. Stay indoors with a blanket, a fleece hoodie, and every single heater around me. That's what I'm hearing from you. Nice off-speed pitch. Not biting, though. There was Hannah Oak. Out of reach and for the backstop. And like I said, if Durham wants anything here offensively, they got to start it now. Really, you look at it, it's now or never. Cut on right there. Still a tick behind it there is Hannah Oak.
You know, especially after that shot to the heart, that 2-run homer by the woman with the ball in her hand right now in the top of the 5th.
This one lined over to right center field, but it pops out of the glove. Oh, unfortunate break right there for St. Clair, but Durham, maybe a little bit of life that they need to try to get something going here.
Well, that's the spark, Zach, in a window of opportunity. Durham needing to strike here and build that spark into a fire and get something going offensively. Still scoreless here through 5th inning.
Kaylee McIntyre now up to bat, and she's swinging heavy at that first pitch. Big cut there behind 0-2. Another big cut, 3 straight pitches, and another strikeout for Kressler. Eight strikeouts through 4 1/3. I mean, that's just phenomenal pace.
Runner on first. I think, Zach, if Durham could put together 2 runs here, maybe even 3, cut that lead in half.
Just something, some spark of offense. That's what Durham needs here in this inning. Not chasing that one in the dirt.
St. Clair has just been so tight. You know, we saw that drop ball off that hit from Hannah Oak earlier, but beyond that, really just no margin of error.
Inside half missing.
You
Kressler thought that was a strike.
You combine that tight play, mistake-free ball, and you combine all that offense. That's a recipe for provincial gold that St. Clair hopes will hold up here.
Chase in, ball 4.
So a little bit of life continues to be breathed into the Lords. Kressler has been lights out, but 2 on base, and even just this situation for the Lords to have 2 on in a 1-out situation. This is one of the brighter offensive spots they've been in this particular game.
Not swinging at that one there is Natalie Clemens. And one thing to mention about Clemens, the 2nd highest stolen base total in the OCAA, only behind teammate Gracie Hearn. She had 20. So if she gets on, she has the speed. Swings around that one. So evened up here 1-1. Poised and ready to go already is Kressler in a rhythm. Squares around a bunt and gets it down, but foul. Smokes this to right field, back At the wall, it's gone! Natalie Clemens cuts the lead in half. Durham has responded.
How about that? Changing the complexion of this game, not only cutting the lead in half, Zach, the energy, the vibe, reviving this Durham team. They are back in it here in the bottom of the fifth. A monster shot.
That's exactly what this Lords team needed, and they got it. A deep shot to right field. And hold on, partner. Not out of the woods are we just yet.
Quick update, Zach, the provincial gold medal in men's baseball.
Yep, that goes over to the St. Clair's men's baseball team. So if you're listening on the broadcast, you're from St. Clair, and you were tuning into softball instead, well, the men's squad has just captured provincial gold.
And what a big day for Windsor Sports it would be if the women's team can seal the deal here in softball gold medal game. But I don't know, Zach, all of a sudden it's not so certain.
This has definitely gotten a lot more interesting, to say the least. Back to the top of the order, Gracie Hearns. And I mentioned that Clemens, she got on base, she's a threat to steal. Well, she said, I'm just going to take all 4 bases on one swing.
Well, we said earlier in the inning, if they could just get a few runs, maybe cut the lead in half, they've done exactly that.
Hearns hits that, and yeah, it was really the bottom of the fifth here has just been now or never for Durham. Answer back or, let St. Clair keep running away with things.
Everyone at Connorvale Park is united in the fact that they are cold, but the Lords are heating up late in this gold medal game. It's not about how you start, St. Clair scoring 17 runs last game, 11 against Humber in the first game of the day. That all don't matter. It's about how you finish.
Catching that outside corner, Kressler wasting no time. Even things up here, 2-2. She's trying to get back into that groove she was in for the first 4. Like I mentioned, 8 strikeouts through 4 1/3. Here's a 2-2 to Hearns. Little tick behind that for strike 3.
St. Clair now trying to extinguish the building momentum of this Lords team. And Zach, remember earlier in the inning, there was a kind of a routine grab out into right field. It hit the turf. That allowed the Lords to get some runners on base, and look what that has turned into now is a big pop off the bat. Goes foul, but boy, oh boy, Durham coming alive in a big way.
And looking over to Jocelyn Shelton on deck there, she looked at Jessica Green and said, hey, hit it that way. Not chasing that low one, so 1-1. And yeah, you're right. That start of the inning, what could have been different, the E9 out there in right field. And now it's just a different story. Cut in half is this lead. Here's the pitch from Kressler. Missing, not getting the call. So 2-1 to Green. She hits this to center field shallow. Baltzer has a good beat on it, makes the grab. And that will retire the side, but Durham cut into this deficit completely in half. And partner, we got ourselves a ball game. Here's another look at the 3-run shot.
Big home run, and that was just beyond the fence. Look at the excitement from the Lords. Even the Durham fan base is getting fired up here and really changed the complexion of this game. And kind of just felt like St. Clair was going to cruise their way into provincial gold, but no way. This is a Durham team with a lot of fight, and it is on now as we head into the last 2 innings of regulation. barn burner thanks to that home run right there. Let's go, Natalie Clemens. And the heroes welcome once again. It's a home run heavy Saturday. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think any fans watching are complaining about that.
And we'll look to see who's due up here. Julia Brousseau will lead things off, Jacqueline Uchin, and then Judy LaFleur. So if you're the side of Durham, you want a 3-up, 3-down inning here. You do not want to face this top of the order that has been deadly in this game. That's the key thing here. And Julia Brousseau leading things off. How will St. Clair respond after this? Or will Durham shut things down? Off the glove to Easton, takes it, throw across, not in time. Took herself a second there to grab that ball.
Well, what better way for St. Clair to kind of put themselves back in the driver's seat? Obviously still up by 3, but the emotional driver's seat is kind of swung in favor of Durham right now. But if St. Clair could tack on some more runs, boy, just extinguish those hopes.
Uchin threw up the bunt sign there. Thought she might have tried to pull off the fake bunt yammers. You fake the bunt, pull it back, and hit a bomb, but no, just pulls it back. Squaring a bunt again, misses it. Looks like Brousseau thought about taking off. The big gust of wind just hit us.
Winds are supposed to generally calm down into the evening, but we are just getting cooler and windier as we descend into the evening.
Up the middle. Taken by Easton for 1, throw to first, not going to be thrown to first, so it's a fielder's choice. And Judy LaFleur will step up with the top of the order looming. Looks like a pinch runner here for Uchin. And I was sitting nice and warm here with the hand warmers in my pocket, but now that gust of wind hit me and I'm shaking again.
You know the players are feeling the cold too, but right now it's all focus is on provincial gold. Who's gonna walk home with the gold?
LaFleur, number 9 hitter, trying to flip the order. She'll pull back and it'll be a ball. Okay, sign, here's the pitch. Squaring a bunt again, did not pull back this time, so even up here at 1-1. Did she pull it back in time? They'll say that she did, so 2-1 count. A lot of energy coming over here from St. Clair's dugout. One of the players is standing on the bench. Pulled up the right field line foul. Yeah, she's standing on the bench. She has a bat in her hand and she's smacking the roof with it.
Well, they've been hyped up all game long and lots of reasons to be excited for St. Clair and their fan base, but Durham, shot of life, a 3-run homer.
In the dirt, nice block behind the plate. Here's a pitch to LaFleur, high and inside. And again, Judy LaFleur does her job and does it well. Gets on base for the top part of this order.
So what do the Lords need? Well, they need to secure 2 outs against the most challenging batting order in OCAA softball.
Shaylin Murphy 1 for 3 on the day so far. Big cut at that first pitch. She wanted to make an impact known with that one, but just missing it.
Big pitch to get the 6'1" Hannah Oak in the driver's seat right now.
Second pitch called, strike on the outside corner, and that's exactly what you want to see out of Oak. You have the big boppers coming up. Well, go ahead and challenge them. Don't let them get ahead in the count, and she has it. Here's the 0-2. Finishes just a little bit high, so missing for ball one. Chases it, but hits it a third, steps on third for one, throw across, in time, double play. That's exactly what Hannah Oak and the Durham Lords needed. Get out of danger and not give up a run after answering back for 3. We got ourselves a ball game.
And you said it, that
Defensive play right there, big cause for celebration for Durham. Zach, also their last offensive opportunity. Durham coming alive here, so we are really seeing this team who's trailing really emotionally on the upswing here. But can they translate that to more offense, or does Kressler on the mound for the Saints dial back in, shut out these Durham Lords? Now, Zach, this will be a real interesting kind of stamp on Kressler's campaign for tournament MVP if she can shut the Lords down right now. But that remains to be seen. We have a Durham team who is all goosed up right now.
Yeah, they had the energy on their side for sure, especially after that double play. It'll look like this. Jocelyn Shelton, Sydney Reddick, and Chelsea Oak due up to bat. Jocelyn Shelton steps up to the plate. She'll watch that one go by, so ahead here quickly, 2-0. She homered in the first gold medal match about 2 hours ago. Low inside. She's in the driver's seat here. 3-0. Good pitch by Kressler to get back into the count here. Here comes the 3-1. Foul to the backstop. So fighting all the way back from 3-0 to 3-2 is Brianna Kressler. Big swing and fired up on the mound is Brianna Kressler. Another strikeout. She has been on fire.
great bounce back from Kressler.
She's crossed double digits in this game for strikeouts, the 10th of the night. Fouled off to the right side here. Sydney Reddick steps up. She's 0 for 2 so far today.
Yeah, I mean, as impressive as the offensive output from St. Clair as a team has been, I mean, this pitching performance throughout the day, unreal from number 13.
In the dirt. Reddick watches that one go by, so behind here, 1 and 2, and Kressler is just working. Can she get another one added to the list? Ground ball pulled foul, so staying alive for now is Sydney Reddick. Ground ball hit to Murphy. Gets it, throw across the diamond, in time. Nice pick over there at first by Uchin. So 2 up, 2 down. Go the Durham Lords here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Just championship level play from St. Clair. Murphy once again scooping up and just darting it over to first. So secure. I mean, just a clinic from St. Clair defensively. Here we go. Big at bat, 2 outs. That's hit down that third baseline, well fouled.
Some of these chants sound familiar to Humbers there. The Okie one? Remind you of anybody on Humber?
Cozy. Koziolek. Hannah Koziolek, a Humber Hawks great who played in her final game in that loss earlier today to St. Clair.
Big cut at a high riser, number 11 on the day. Brianna Kressler, have yourself a gold medal match. Wow.
There's that throw in. It was well high.
Caught swinging. And here we are heading into the very later stages of this game. And we are looking at a St. Clair team hoping to join the men's baseball team from St. Clair who captured the gold medal earlier today. And looking pretty good for St. Clair right now.
Sierra Baltzer getting things going here in the top of the 7th. Zach, at this point, it's kind of just like, can St. Clair tack on a few more insurance runs? It's a pretty powerful part of the order to do just that.
Yeah, with Baltzer coming up, you have Amy Clayton to follow, then Brianna Kressler, the 2 that have done the most damage today. We'll see if Baltzer can kind of get on base ahead of them. Has phenomenal speed. Watches that one go by. She's ahead quickly here, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball hit to Easton. Gets under her glove, and it'll be a base hit.
And with a runner on base, stepping up to bat, Amy Clayton, who has certainly done her share of bringing home runs with home run after home run after home run here today at Connorvale Park.
Yeah, she's 2 for 2 on the day with, 2 home runs. So pretty good stat to say the least.
Hannah Oak kind of staring down Clayton after that strike.
Ball just missing low, so Clayton, the account gets evened up here at 1-1. Line shot right back up the middle, base hit. Balzer thought about going for third, but held up. Nice grab in center field. I believe that's Jocelyn Shelton out there in center field making that jump and grab. Big cut at the first pitch by Kressler. You know she wants to add some more damage. So the pinch running over there. Partner, you haven't been here for the last 2 days. As Kressler hits one through the side. Balzer getting the wave and up in there standing. Incredible speed coming from second. Wow. Lights out rounding third. Kressler with another RBI. Oh, that's a big run right there for St. Clair.
It really is. That's going to add a little bit more of a cushion here late in this game. Is that perhaps a championship run? No outs, 2 on. The score now 7-3. So a 4-run lead. Can St. Clair add even more? Chopped up. That ball is mishandled, but both runners will stay put. But we now have loaded bases. That brings up numero uno, Olivia Peterson.
Was hit there by Ventura. 7-3 lead here in the top half of the 7th.
Strike to open things up for Oak, facing Peterson.
Olivia Peterson trying to get on base and continue this hot run here by the St. Clair Saints. They were in the loser side of the bracket. They fought the gauntlet after dropping to the Durham Lords in the winter semis. Ground ball hit to Easton. Picked on a back, but can't get it. Throw over to third's going to be in time for 1. So a run will score on the fielder's choice. So it's now 8-3. I'll bring up Julia Brusso. First pitch there for Brusso for strike 1.
1 out has been locked down This is not what Durham wanted, which is to see St. Clair tack on even more runs.
Grounder hit to third. Green's going to step on third, throw across the diamond. In time, double play.
Big play. So St. Clair has put up 8 runs in 7 innings. Durham needs 5 to tie, but it was Kressler at the plate, chipping in.
Yeah, hits it through the hole on the right side, but credit Sierra Balzer. Look at the speed coming from around second. Look at this. Gets a great step off the bag, turns it into third gear. Coming home, doesn't even need a slide in there before the throw. And Brianna Kressler, have yourself a finale to a sensational post-secondary career. Look at what she's been able to do.
Wait for the celebration, Zach.
Yeah, we know it's coming. Where is it? There it is.
Let's go.
There it is. Like we mentioned, this is the final game of the 2023 OCAA women's softball season, and it has the 2 teams that fought back and forth all year long. Durham Lords, they beat St. Clair twice. St. Clair answered back, and they beat them twice as well, or 3 times, I believe. But regular season play, Durham held that edge. They held the edge as well in the winter semis. So St. Clair was forced to run the gauntlet, and that's how we started the day off. Humber versus St. Clair in the bronze medal match. The Saints, they rolled through Humber with an 11-0 win. And, well, they had to run the gauntlet again. 2 games against Durham. They won the first one in mega fashion, 17-3. And now looking to try to capture provincial gold for the 2nd year in a row. Cement themselves as one of the great teams here in the OCAA. And we're underway in the last half of softball action here in 2023. First pitch by Kressler is a strike. And in what has been a sensational 2-year run with the Saints, Brianna Kressler looks to finish off a complete game against the Lords. 2 pitches, 2 strikes.
It all boils down to this, Zach, a full season. Keep in mind, these 2 teams finished the regular season identical. 22-2 records.
Ground ball pulled foul.
Zach, both teams have met multiple times here at the tournament. This is their 3rd game. The previous 2 games here at the provincial tournament have gone either way. Durham winning the first one. St. Clair earlier today winning in convincing fashion. St. Clair poised to capture the rubber match here at the provincial championship.
Here's a pitch. Pulled, out of play, foul. Hannah Oakes staying alive at the plate. She got the offense rolling 2 innings ago, and she reached via an error in right field, and then was a 3-run shot by Natalie Clemens. Off-speed pitch. Kressler all kinds of way fired up.
One step closer. One more look here, Zach, as the pitch from Kressler, as they've been all day, dynamite.
12 strikeouts for Brianna Kressler.
Durham dugout, they're still making noise.
Trying to will themselves here. Kressler wasting no time. That was a nice pitch, just missing the outside half for ball 1.
You know, that one offensive spark for Durham, Zach, came off a misplay from St. Clair defensively. Just haven't seen many of those, though, today.
Check swing foul.
If you remember in that inning where Durham got those 3 runs, it all started with a Durham runner getting on base off of a dropped ball out in right field. And that got the party started, but those windows of opportunity have been so hard to come by for teams against St. Clair.
Goes around, yes she does. So ahead here, 1-2 is Kressler. And yeah, like you said, the one miscue was the reason that Durham scored, but other than that, there's been no marginal errors whatsoever for St. Clair. They came in with a plan, and they've executed it to nearly perfection. Another strikeout, 13 on the day.
Inching our way closer to back-to-back provincial championships for the team in green and yellow.
And just what a pitching performance out of number 13.
Two softball powerhouses in this gold medal game. Riley Easton, batter for Durham.
Watch the first pitch go by for a strike. Durham down to their last out. (1-0). At the knees, called a strike. 1-1.
Lights on here at Connorvale Park. The sun has set. It's almost golden hour for the St. Clair Saints.
Ground ball hit up the third base side, but it bounces foul. So down to their last strike is the Durham Lords. Brianna Kressler has been extremely dominant the entire day. 13 strikeouts. Can St. Clair reclaim the gold? Kressler gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. The St. Clair Saints are once again atop the OCAA softball mountain.
Back to back. OCAA gold. The Durham Lords will settle for silver for the second straight season. And a well-deserved celebration. Zach, Saturday, the championship day, St. Clair had to play 3 games. They looked lights out in every single contest. They beat the Humber Hawks earlier on, 11-0. Then they took on Durham, beat them 17-3, sealing the deal here, and they're going to take the bus ride back to Windsor. Some happy campers with a gold medal in tow.
And what a way to do it. We'll take a look at the last 3 strikeouts, last 3 outs of the 2023 OCAA season. Kressler dominant through 7 innings, complete game, 14 strikeouts, averaging 2 an inning, partner. That is remarkable. And this was the last out. St. Clair, they did it. They ran the gauntlet, and they won gold here in Etobicoke, Ontario.
Zach capturing gold the hard way. A full slate of games. Have the player of the game introduction here.
The player of the game from Durham is number 18, Natalie Clemens.
Natalie Clemens, that big home run shot. Zach, that was good enough for the player of the game honors. Tip of the cap to Clemens and her whole team and coaching staff. A great season, but ran into the unstoppable force of St. Clair.
Yeah, no doubt right there. Brianna Kressler was getting player of the game. 7 complete innings, like I said, 14 strikeouts. And what a way to cap off your post-secondary career.
Number of players on both sides playing in their final OCAA game. Final year of eligibility.
Number 21, Chelsea Oak.
Chelsea Oak, the dual threat player, is named a tournament all-star. Had a sensational pitcher performance early on in the tournament, and she hits some big hits.
Number 16, Gracie Hearns.
And the MVP of the regular season, Gracie Hearns, also takes home all-star honors.
Now from St. Clair, number 28, Shaylin Murphy.
No doubt there, Shaylin Murphy for St. Clair. I mean, such a sound defender. She showed it all tournament long, and a dominant leadoff batter. One of the best in the OCAA.
And number 13, Brianna Kressler.
No surprise here. Brianna Kressler, tournament all-star.
Yeah, well deserved, and just a dominating two-way player. She's going to have to get some help. A lot of hardware coming her way.
which this year are co-MVPs from St. Clair, Amy Clayton and Brianna Kressler.
No surprise there. We were talking about who would win it. Both players, what an exceptional run they had.
And look at that, arm in arm up to receive their co-MVP. I mean, that takes the difficulty out of that discussion. I mean, you could debate for hours on who would be the more deserving, but equally deserving of that tournament MVP honors. And
yeah,
Amy Clayton with home run after home run after home run. And then we had Brianna Kressler with strikeout after strikeout and tacking on a home run of her own. All smiles for the St. Clair Saints.
And now for the silver medals presented to the Durham Lords. Presenting the medals today is OCAA Vice President Matt Ferreira. Number 2, Morley Showers. Number 3, Ariane Poland. Number 4, Alana Snell. Number 5, Hannah Dyke. Number 6, Mackenzie Williamson. Number 8, Kaylee McIntyre. Number 9, Hannah Oak. Number 13, Emily Glendenning.
Number 16, Grace Hearn. Number 18, Natalie Clemens. Number 19, Jocelyn Shelton. Number 21, Chelsea Oak. Number 22, Abby Suffel. Number 23, Jessica Green. Number 32, Riley Easton. And number 44, Morgan Salter. Now for the coaches, assistant coach Suzanne Gallant. Sorry, number 29, Sydney Reddick, apologies. And now for the coaches, assistant coach Suzanne Gallant. Assistant coach Collie Burnham. Assistant coach Ali Lynette Kretsch. And head coach Jamie Baker. Please give it up for your OCAA silver medalists, the Durham Lords. Now for the OCAA champions, the St. Clair Saints. Number 1, Olivia Peterson. Number 2, Julia Brusso. Number 6, Ashley Ray Brill. Number 8, Madison Barber. Number 10, McKenna Copley. Number 12, Jacqueline Uchin. Number 13, Brianna Kressler. Number 16, Sierra Boltzer. Number 17, Reese Grondin. Number 18, Judy LaFleur. Number 21, Tara Thiessen. Number 22, Ireland Toohey. Number 26, Ashley Ventura. Number 28, Shaylin Murphy. And number 55, Amy Clayton. Now on to the coaching staff. Student manager, Raya Cowan. Assistant coach, Allison Teffler. Assistant coach, Dwayne Dawson. Assistant coach, Alex Wiseman. Assistant coach, Mark Ouellette. And head coach, Doug Wiseman.
Will the captains of the Saints please come up to accept the championship banner?
Banner time, Zach Benoit, the St. Clair Saints. They've got the gold medals around their necks. One thing left, and it's hoist up that banner.
And again, one heck of a season for the St. Clair women's softball team. Again, they've been dominant for the last 2 years. Back-to-back provincial champions, back-to-back national champions. Credit them and what they've been able to do. Credit head coach Doug Wiseman for what he's been able to do with his squad. That team, it'll go down as one of the best we've seen in the OCAA. But again, that'll do it for softball here in the OCAA for 2023. We thank you for tuning in to HSN for the coverage of the 2023 OCAA Provincial Championship. From Zach Benoit and Matt Hamill, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.